I'm biking along Garnett Avenue in Pacific Beach with Kathy Kean, a member of the city's Bike Advisory Committee. It's one of the main commercial streets in PB. There are bars, thrift stores, yoga studios, and a lot of cars. Most of the bicyclists we see are riding on the sidewalk, which is actually illegal. Kean says it's telling.
People tell you how they feel about the infrastructure by where they ride. People are riding on the sidewalk because they don't feel safe in the street. They feel safer on the sidewalk. They might not be safer on the sidewalk, but those bicyclists are saying we need to do better on this street.
Garnett Avenue is one of San Diego's most dangerous streets. There were at least 20 bike or pedestrian collisions just last year. That's why Garnett was highlighted in San Diego's Vision Zero plan, which aims to eliminate all traffic deaths in the city by 2025. It's also called out for improvements in the city's bicycle master plan, which aims to build a citywide bike network. I asked Kean on a scale of 1 to 10, how would she rate the city's progress?
I would say we're probably a 5 or 6. We've done the easier pieces. If there was room on a street for a bike lane, we've provided that bike lane on that street. Now we're in the difficult parts, filling those gaps, and that's going to be harder, and it's going to take more money and more political will to get those done.
More money because often there's a need for a bike lane, but not enough space to create one without a substantial re-engineering of the street. And more political will because sometimes that re-engineering requires taking away on-street parking or a travel lane currently dedicated to cars. Some residents and business owners see those things as deal breakers.
Change is scary for people, and their businesses are on the line. So I understand the fear in that conversation. But what I think is, as we do more of these projects, as we have ambitious plans and we start to install that infrastructure, people will see that it's possible to live without some of that on-street parking, that it makes that makes their neighborhood better to install this infrastructure for bicyclists, to make it easier and safer for people to ride their bikes.
We have a number of projects in the works now. We have a number of projects that we've completed.
Linda Morabian is a deputy director in the city's transportation department. She says the city isn't just taking the cheap and easy route to building the city's bike network.
We have just received over $5 million for University Avenue improvements, multimodal improvements. That's going to be a big project too. We're taking away a travel lane to put in bike facilities. We're widening sidewalks. We're doing traffic calming. We're actually replacing traffic signals with roundabouts. Those are big, big projects. That's just in the past year.
There are other examples of projects the city has put forward that have not lived up to the vision that's part of the bike master plan. El Cajon Boulevard is supposed to have a painted bike lane, but when city traffic engineers recently redesigned a section of the boulevard, most of the project area had no bike lanes at all. Morabian says that's because the city has to balance the needs of all modes of transportation.
It's about the car, it's about the cyclist, it's about the pedestrian, it's about transit. So it's about all the modes. So we are constantly balancing improvements for all the modes.
Morabian and her staff are about to start working with Kean and the Bike Advisory Committee on ways to improve the build-out of the city's bike network.
We have a lot of work to do.
One of the biggest challenges is measuring success. Counting bicyclists is harder than counting cars, and San Diego needs good data on cycling to make sure it's doing enough to get more people out of cars and onto bicycles. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.